Look, obviously I don't want to tell you now what is coming in the second half, otherwise some of our competitors may preempt us. I don't like that one. But I can tell you so much is usually what we do around 40 to 50 new products a year. And our target is to have a contribution of around 10% of our domestic sales. So 400 million is the target. Some of the new products, by the way, which we have launched in the first quarter, you already can see here. One of them is this famous Skiller, but then we have also launched some very nice new ice cream products. By the way, if you go to Wonutama this weekends, who of you knows about Ping Fong? The shark. You know about that one? No? Ping Fong is actually a license which we have from a Korean company. It's the most watched YouTube video, I think ever. 8 billion people have watched it, all right? Once you listen in, you will never forget this song, right? You know, if you have small children. So there's a lot of innovation, there's a lot of fantastic new products coming, and I think we, once again, remember, and I said this also years ago, is we are in our industry, I talk about our industry obviously, we are an innovation machine. We are churning out new products, exciting offerings, healthier choices, year on year on year. That is, I think also what our shareholders, what the investors value when they look at our stocks. Well, as every year, it's not an easy one, right? You know, but look, I think what is more important is you have seen the steady development of the company, right? And we have also proved that we can perform in challenging years, but also in years where it seems to go a little bit earlier. I don't want to give you guidance because that's not what we do. I think I just shared with you the first quarter, and the first quarter, the most important message I would like to leave with you, our growth has been accelerating. We have been 3.9, we are 4.2, and there's a few things which you also know. I think you know better than me, right? You know, we have a strengthening Malaysian ringgit, which is helping because clearly quite a number of our raw and packaging materials are imported and based on US dollar. Commodity prices are not as high as we expected it to be. So these are all good signs. And I'm pretty sure that as the growth accelerates and cost pressure goes down, you will hear good news from us even in the quarters to come.
Thank you very much for the question, and I tried already to explain at the AGM that we see actually our gross margins that they will improve because you raised the two most important topics. On the one side, commodity prices have started to decrease, that's positive. On the other side, the ringgit has appreciated, that's the second criteria for it. And the third, which we should not forget, we have been able to further increase our efficiency in the factories and in the overall supply chain. That's why we are quite confident that our gross margins will improve compared to 2017, and that we will come quite close to the levels which we had in the year 2016. And this is very important because this gives us also the power to invest further in new products, to invest further in marketing and trade promotions, which will then finally fuel our growth. And then you get this virtual cycle that higher growth will then also bring you to higher net margins finally.
Hard question. There's an analyst view, but I think year by year, when I first came here, I still remember it was only about 22 ringgit. And in 12 years, it's moved up to 148 ringgit, or 146 yesterday. Well, analysts have their own views. We have our own views, and I've sat on about 14 companies already. I've been chairing 14 companies. This is something which is extraordinary. Nestle, year by year, we produce results. Year by year, we don't disappoint shareholders. Dividends of more than 95% year by year. Not many companies, not many Malaysian companies do this. And mind you, Malaysia, Nestle has been here 106 years. 106 years. More Malaysian than a lot of Malaysian companies. So analysts have their own views, but we just produce results. And that the share price reflects our performance.
I would exactly reconfirm that what the chairman is saying. I think it's not up to me to give a comment on our share price. I leave the analysts to do that. What we do try our best again, and we will be successful in the year 2018, and we are already very confident that again we will be able to increase our earnings per share. That's our job as the management team of Nestle Malaysia. What happens then to the share price? I leave it to the external community to answer this question. We have to make sure that we give the financial community enough food to still increase our share price, and that's what we have tried over the last few years. And that's what we will do. I must smile a little bit because I know as we came here, as I came here, the share price was somewhere at a level of 70. I got the same question, is the share price too high? Then 2 years later, the share price was a level of 90. I got the same question, is the share price too high? Now I'm still sitting here, 150, 140. Is the share price too high? Let's see each other again next year, please.
If my memory doesn't, are we around 180 million this year? So we'll be around 180 million. We were going to invest in culinary, we are going to invest in confectionery. So we are going to invest in a couple of projects which are important for us, right? Anything you want to add on that?
No, and I just would like to add that we've always communicated that over the next few years we will invest between 150 and 200 million ringgit per annum. And we stick to this kind of commitment really for the next 3 to 4 years. So we are fully on track with that, what we had committed prior.
A price increase is always our last resort because we are having a big factory manufacturing operations in Malaysia, and our first target is to grow organically volume, because we want to load our factories and we also want to have more consumers coming in. And then, Martin has explained in the AGM, first we're looking for internal efficiencies, external efficiencies, and then you also see that we can get it. I will talk about this procurement hub before, right? No, so we're having this procurement hub now in Malaysia. It's helping us really to buy more cost efficiently. So once again, of course, we don't, not neglect the idea also when needed to increase prices, but it's our last resort, and that's all I can say. I love to grow volume first, and price and value is something which we're doing in a very responsible and in a sensitive manner.
Just to mention to you, the procurement hub, that one is in Malaysia. First one is in Beirut, second one is in Panama, and the third one is in Malaysia worldwide, which is a confidence of Nestle in Malaysia.
I think, and I have to be careful, right? Because Milo sales have been extremely good in the first quarter. We don't break down usually our sales by products, but I can tell you they have been very, very good. I think there's also an opportunity in this talk about the product, because it's given our company an opportunity to clarify and to communicate to consumers what Milo is all about. Did we spend more money? Because we have spent, as every year we're spending almost the same amount of advertising in percentage term I'm talking about. For Milo, it's obviously our biggest brand. It's strong and healthily supported. No, I have to tell you, and this maybe sounds a little bit surprising to you, that Milo sales have been very, very good, right? And Malaysians have voted by drinking more Milo. So thank you for that. And once again, it's a great start of the year. And it has given us an opportunity to engage even more with people, and I have obviously deliberately wanted to share it with you, because over years, a product who has been around for such long years, there could always be some misunderstandings, and I think we could in a very credible way to clarify.